So you got invited to a motorcycle club party and you're debating on going. I'm gonna tell you some things you should never do and some things you should do. Let's get into it. Shout to everybody out there. Welcome to Sose TV. Today we're gonna talk about going to a motorcycle club party, to a clubhouse. I got some footage when I went to Llama, so we're gonna be running that through and breaking some things down. And Llama is the Latin American Motorcycle Association, and the stuff I'm gonna talk about is good for any clubhouse. You know, a lot of the topics I talk about are outlaw motorcycle clubhouses, but today we're gonna talk about moving respectfully in any kind of situation. This isn't about the tough Tony stuff. This is just about, you know, moving somewhere where you've never been before and moving comfortable. So we'll get the regulars out the way. Take your shades off when you go into a spot. You wanna look someone in the eye. Take your gloves off. You don't want to go in there with gloves. When you shake someone's hand, it's a disrespect in MC culture to have that glove on. Now, one major thing that I have seen that is like, you're gonna get your ass kicked if you do this in the wrong clubhouse. It's walking in with your helmet. Some people don't understand that when you jump off your bike, you have a certain, the way you move is just different. You know what I mean? You have like an aggressiveness. If you go into an outlaw MC's clubhouse, do not keep the helmet in your hand. Somebody might hit you with the helmet or hit you with something else. And I'm just being honest with you. And this is not to portray outlaw clubs as tough guys or whatever, but if you're walking in with that helmet, it could be viewed as a weapon and it could be used as a weapon. I mean, think about it. If you get hit in the head with a helmet, how would it feel? Now, another thing is respecting the patches that people earn. I don't care how cool you are with someone. I don't care what the type of club it is. It could be the Pagans, it could be Llama, it doesn't matter what club it is. When I greet brothers, I'm not touching your patches. So you should do the same thing. Never touch the patches. Like these dudes, I'm super cool with them. President Tank, I'm not touching his back patch out of respect. And this is people that I'm cool with, that's my boy, he got love for me. But out of respect for the culture, I don't touch his back patch. I don't ask him about patches. If a club member tells you what their patches are about, what it means because they're prideful about it, that's a conversation between you and them, and it's a respect thing. But don't ask them about their patches. Like if you walk into a spot, that's the last thing you want to do is be questioning people about their patches or whatever. They're gonna think you're a police officer or just a knucklehead. And as you see, as I'm moving through the crowd, I'm shaking everyone's hand. I'm showing everyone love. If you're in an outlaw clubhouse and you go to shake someone's hand and they don't reciprocate, just walk away, keep it pushing. You tried to show respect. Don't let your pride get you caught up in a bad situation because it might only be a few members there, but you don't know who's support. You don't know how many people are in the back room, you know, sitting there talking because they don't want to conversate with everybody else. You don't know what's going on. So don't get yourself caught in a bad position because you got mad because he didn't shake your hand or something like that. Also, I've said on many programs, like on Demons Raw on the channel, when I talk about going to a clubhouse, a lot of people get caught up in this. If you see an old lady and she's sitting by herself, don't assume that she may be a single girl, you know, just hanging out and you want to meet her. And people think that everybody knows this. Everybody doesn't know that. If you're not in a club, you don't know the difference. So if you walk up and there's an old lady sitting there and she smiles, she waves at you or something, you might think she likes you. You don't know. Everybody doesn't know. So if you're not in a club and you're at this clubhouse, you don't know who's who. I would find out who's who before anything. And I'm not saying that you can't meet somebody there, but the chances of it are very slim. So if you don't know people to that extent, I would not just conversate with a random female, even if she's showing you love. Or if you do and you get caught in that position and she starts talking to you first, you just find out, listen, no disrespect, are you taking or you here with someone? That will save you from a lot of drama. Trust me when I tell you. So I'm gonna coin a new phrase, and this one, I think, like, it doesn't matter, we could talk about all the little stuff, but this is the big one. This is the one that gets people put on a stretcher. This is the one that gets you kicked out of the clubhouse. This is the one that gets you your ass kicked. And it's a new saying. I just came up with it. I hope nobody said it before, but I think it's pretty original. And it's, when you go to a club, you want to support the bar. You want to support the bar, right? Support the bar, but don't end up on life support. I just coined that. Let me know in the comments if I coined that, but that sounds like something that I just made up. So I don't know if it's been said before. If you made it up before, I want to see the proof. I got to see the proof. But it's the most important thing in a clubhouse. If you can't hold your liquor, bruh, get out of there, please. Because all the situations that happen is just someone having one too many drinks. The vibe is usually welcoming. A lot of people are having a good time, and a lot of people toast. So if they include you in it and you're toasting it up, you're having a good time, and then you start doing dumb shit. Then you start touching people's patches. Then you start asking people about their patches. Then you start talking to old ladies. Then you start making mistakes. Then you bump into the wrong person that had the worst kind of day, and he has to prove to you who he is, and then you end up getting stabbed, shot, beat up, some type of situation, you know what I mean? And at bare minimum, kick the fuck out. And if it's not an outlaw clubhouse, don't think that this type of stuff doesn't happen. It can happen anywhere. It's respect in general that goes across the board. Now, one thing I wanted to talk about, because I know when you're at Daytona or Myrtle Beach or Sturgis, you have these patch people, right? And they sell 1% of diamonds. They sell side rockers with a state. You know, you're from New York. You say, oh, I'm from New York. Let me get a New York side rocker. That's the side rocker. Don't do it. Don't walk into a clubhouse with stuff that you bought that you're unsure about. This is for the people that are not in clubs, that went to Daytona or something, or went to Sturgis, had a great time, picked up a diamond patch. Because realistically, you can buy this stuff anywhere. So just be careful with it. People don't understand, like if you're from California or something like that, or anywhere, you know, Texas, wherever, wearing where you're from is claiming a territory. It's not like, oh, I'm from here and I'm proud of that. It's like, I'm from here, this is the town I run. That's how it's perceived in MC culture when they see any kind of territory. So you gotta be careful with that. Territory, diamonds, anything with a diamond in it, if you're not in a club and you just got a cut that you like and you're like putting patches on it and stuff like that, the diamonds, stay away from them. Territory, any kind of territory. I don't care if it's just a town. Stay away from the territory. And if you want that kind of look with states and territories and all that, earn it. Join a club and then you wear it. But if you're just buying it and then putting it on your cut, you're going to run into problems. And I'm telling you, it's not an exaggeration. You will run into problems. Lone wolf, no club too. People talk about it so much on all these shows, and I understand you might think, you know, this ain't really that serious of a deal. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna get beat up over it. If you go into a clubhouse and you're wearing a cut that says Lone Wolf, no club, it's like basically telling everybody there, like, I didn't earn this and I'm gonna wear it and I'm gonna look like you and I don't really give a fuck what you think. That's basically what you're doing when you do that. So somebody left me a comment, actually a DM on Instagram, and wrote me this long paragraph, and he said that it's a fallacy, that the Lone Wolf No Club, people been using it for years and there's tradition to it. And I'm here to tell you, regardless of how you slice the pie, you didn't earn it, you bought it at the store, and it's not something that you wear with pride like you earned. So it's not worth getting into the situation. And just because you live in an area where you ride through and you never had an issue does not mean someone who hears your comment lives in another area, puts that on, and get his ass beat. Because that's what's gonna happen. So it depends where you live. So please don't jump in the comments and always be that one that says, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Like when I do the passing 1%ers topic on the highway, everybody and their mother acts like it's a free country. So you're telling me that if there's 30 pagans, you're gonna fly past the pack of 30 pagans. There's 25 Mongols. You're gonna fly past the Mongols, the Hells Angels, the Vagos. You're doing that? That's what you do. Let's be honest here. Nobody's doing that. Nobody is just seeing a pack of diamonds and just flying past them. Nobody's doing that. And when they do, it doesn't end well. So these tips right here are good for anybody that's like a lone wolf going into a clubhouse. If you're in a club, a lot of this stuff you know. If you're a prospect, you might not know some of this stuff. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Get your Ride More Politic Less hats. They on www.demonsroad.com. Big shout to everybody. I had over 50 and they all went, and I had to re-up again, and I had to re-up again. It's so crazy how much that hat is moving. The quality is perfect. Shout to the plug. We are doing big things. Shout to everybody that supports. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, and thank you for tuning in to Sose the Ghost TV, which is sponsored by Demons Row, the holy grail of MC culture. Like, subscribe, and comment. And oh yeah, we ghosting, baby.